Hello, welcome back to Project Seawolf. So today we're going to check out my friend's Yorktown 41, which was built in 1983 in Long Beach, California. It was designed by Mkii. It's got a 70s Leyland diesel in it, and it's a pretty cool center cockpit. It was on my short list for boats that I'd be looking at. Right now he's out of town, but he's going to be here pretty soon, and I'm going to pump out the boat for him so he doesn't have to do that when he gets here. So as you know, there's no sanding or grinding in the yard, but his boat has new zincs and some new through holes, and could use a paint job underneath, but hopefully when he gets here we'll be putting her back in the water and yeah, heading to the nearest anchorage to have some fun. All right, because of the slanted bulwarks hull up towards the top, it's easiest to get on the boat from the aft where it's flat. So we're gonna head up there and check out the deck. All right, so we're on deck. Could definitely use a power wash, but I just got a power washer and I'll let him borrow it when he gets up here. Lots of space up forward. Oh man, that'll be so nice on a sunny day on the San Juans, having all this space up here. Pretty similar windlass to the one that's on mine, and rolling with a Bruce, although I believe that's all the previous owners. Got some spreader envy because he's got two. So with the center cockpit, you can see the boom vane, or the traveler, is over the aft cabin. That's interesting. I guess that's the same on a North Sea and pretty much anything that's close to a center cockpit. All right, let's check it out in here. Nice protected space. Could easily bring it back. That bar there, that I bet there's an awning that goes over the whole thing to make it really protected in here, which is honestly really nice in the Pacific. All right, so I got the key from him, and we can head down in here. Okay, good. The stairs are still there. Hello, is anybody home? No, nobody's here. Oh, the bilge is dry. It's completely dry. That's interesting. Last time I was in here, there was water in there. So wow, okay, and it doesn't smell bad in here either. That's cool. So starting at the bow, we can see the anchor locker has this nice full door to it, and all these nice design details on the rails. Wow, that's pretty cool. I like that. And moving aft from the V-berth, we have this kind of cool library space and clothing space. Lots of stowage. I mean, there's enough like wall space to put maps up. That's pretty cool. Wow. Oh, and the head has a sink, has a full step-in shower. Oh, so jealous. Wow, that's pretty cool. Wow, and lots of stowage space on to the left inside the head. That's pretty cool. It is a small shower, but man, it has a shower. That's the thing. Heading back into the lounge, we've got nice drip diesel. Looks like a drip diesel. That is definitely nice in Washington to have. Even in the summer, it gets pretty cold out in the water. Interesting thing about this table is that it doesn't like compress or anything, and it's pretty up against the seats. So that could be something that could be improved upon on the design, but at the same time, it's a good use of the space. I mean, at least like put like a hinge in the aft of it so that you can lift it up, go in behind it and put it down. Wrap around galley, that's pretty cool. Hey, a microwave. So a couple of things that the new owner is gonna do is he's gonna change the setup at the table, and he's gonna make the stove gimbaled so that you can go offshore comfortably. The engine room is underneath the cockpit, so pretty center. couple of things that have been unhooked for now and are going to be hooked up when he gets here. Nice integral rod holders, better than my plastic ones, I have to say. It's got 90 gallons of diesel and 100 gallons of freshwater capacity, which also pretty jealous of. I'm gonna have to work real hard to fit that 100 gallons or so into my boat, but he's already got that. So we're in the hallway heading aft to the aft cabin. Lots of space for the ropes. Back here in the aft cabin, everything is kind of up so that it dries out better. Lots of natural light from the hatch above and the wraparound windows, or the port lights. Plenty of space on this aft cabin bed. And yeah, and again, easy engine access through there. All right, we're back on my boat. Just did a tour of Dan's boat, and I think for today we want to get rid of the, take off the AC panel. That way we can unwire all the outlets. And the reason why I'm taking out that AC panel is because it's exposed in the inside of the LAS, so I can't have that there. So this panel on the outside. I mean, it looks like a nice day today, but it's freezing cold, and there was snow on everything this morning, so obviously they melted out. But so the inside of the AC panel is right here, and that is not gonna work out. So I'm gonna have to take all that apart. And then the other thing I want to do today is take out these two tanks, or at least figure out what they are, because I don't know what this one is. Pretty sure this is the water, the freshwater tank. But regardless, it's spitting out really nasty stuff, and yeah, I want a nice clean tank, so I'm gonna take that out and also redesign where they're gonna be placed. Okay, so I unhooked up the windlass up front, and it actually stinks really bad in there. It's probably because of the salt water that I use in here, and yeah, it stinks really bad. There's a lot of corrosion on everything. And I cut a access hole in this forward tank, and yeah, it's definitely fresh water, but it's pretty nasty, and well, now it's got fiberglass all over it. But yeah, it looks like it was an integral freshwater tank. Now I'm curious to see what the hell this is, or if it's just an extension of the same tank. I don't think it is, but I could be wrong. Okay, maybe it is. Yeah, it looks like a ledge down there. So maybe it is just one big water tank. Yeah, it's either going to become an extension of the anchor locker or more storage. Another change for this video is that I'm shooting in 24 frames per second at 5K. So let me know how it looks. I guess I'll figure that out during editing too, but if it seems a little bit different, that's why. Okay, I've cracked open the second tank, and yeah, it is fresh water. I know everybody's been telling me to make some integral tanks on this boat, and I actually went as far as trying to get all the parts to do that, but it's really hard to find the coating that you would put in there, and it's impossible to clean around them. So I'm gonna go with a system that I can take out of where it is, like empty it out, take it out, and be able to clean around it, so that if any mold does grow, or if there's any issues against the hull, I can fix it. I guess with an integral tank, if the hull's broken, then it would just stay in the tank, hopefully. But this tank was open in the front, So I guess if you just hit a big wave, it would slosh up into the bed. Or if you were on a tack and it was full, it would just slosh up into the bed. So yeah, but that would be easy to fix. Just put a pipe on it. But that answers that question as to what was up here in this space. So I'm gonna pump that out, take out the walls, and then I'll probably put a stringer in there to reinforce the hull, and maybe some stringers up along there and there. And if this isn't reinforced here, I'll put another stringer there. Oh, it looks like there's already a stringer there. So if there isn't a stringer there between the two, I'll put one there. Yeah, you guys have been concerned about the hull integrity after I've taken out all these panels, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna add stringers back and make sure everything is attached to the bulkheads properly, and reinforce the hull that way. So no worries, that'll be part of the rebuilding process. Right now I'm just figuring out where everything is and cutting it out if I don't need it. Yeah, again, I need to cut this out so I can get at those that deck hardware in there, and there's just a lot that needs to be done up in the forward area. That bulkhead around here can be extended, or I guess I could leave it open for more chain, but maybe have build the fiberglass up just a little bit so I have enough space for 300 feet of chain. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot that needs to be done, but that's the nature of this project. In other news, I tried mahi for the first time, and I don't know if you guys remember, but I'm seafood intolerant, so there's really no reason for me to be fishing. But now I figured out that I can eat mahi without it coming right back up. So I can't have tuna or cod or shrimp, because those make me feel gross, but I can have mahi and any trout, so salmon and rainbow trout. I must lack a protein that digests those things, but yeah, so that's pretty good news. So I might actually have to try to get mahi while I'm sailing in the Pacific. Actually, I think you can catch dolphin fish in a lot of different places, so that's a good one to be able to digest if you're a sailor. So I won't starve. Good to know. Okay, so as I've been working on this, found out a few things. So this is, yeah, the one integral water tank, and it must be glassed against the wall up here. I don't know if this is a false bottom. That doesn't go all the way to the keel, and so I was wondering how this was all held in, and I thought that this was a bulkhead in here on the sides. But I can literally it's just paper thin. Like, it just comes off. It's already come off on the other side a bit. So I need to get these out, put a stringer here against the hull, nice thick wood or Divini foam. And that will hold the V-berth together nice and strong. And do that again probably up here, since this I don't think goes all the way to the hull. Yeah, you can see down here there's a space, quite a significant amount of space underneath the integral water tank. So I need to figure out where it's attached to the hull so that I can retain some of that structure. This is really thick here, so I think I'll probably keep that. Actually, no. Well, because it's not even attached to the hull. It's attached via the paper thin area. So yeah, I'm gonna say cut it out. It's delaminated anyway, and install stringers under the V-berth area. Even if that means I have to cut some bigger holes here, which I might want to do anyway. So the V-berth is gonna be a little bit more of a job than I thought, but it's fine. I'll make it the way I want it, and I'll leave enough space for a water tank up here. Maybe I can get one big flat one to replace here, or a square one in this area, and then this can be storage, and that way I can take it out or work behind it or whatever if I need to. Oof. Okay, well, it's good to know things. Yeah. fiberglass, and it's become apparent that whoever tabbed this in didn't prep the surface because it's it just delaminated. So yeah, and this stuff is like super thin. It doesn't provide any structure whatsoever. Aside from the structure that this provides, that's probably what it is. And this is probably like super thick. But I can't tell for sure because I can't see behind this crap. I can't see the hole, so I can't see if it's tabbed in or not. Well, we didn't get everything I wanted to get done today, but that's okay. I learned a lot about how the V-berth is put together and unwired everything and unplumbed everything that comes back through here, including, well, that includes all the vents for this tank and yeah, and the freshwater fill. I'll install a new one. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I've got the Project Seawolf t-shirt. If you want one of your own, you can become a Patreon, and I'm going to be giving away free t-shirts to every new Patreon, next 100. If you're already a patron, I've already offered you a shirt, and even if you get more than 100 patrons, then I'll probably still be giving away these t-shirts. So yeah, look for a message in your inbox. Shipping varies throughout the world, so if you're in the US, you're in luck. If you're not, hopefully you get mail. I know it's hard in some places to get mail, so it might not work out that way, but I'll do my best to get you a t-shirt. This is all in hopes that I can start making enough so that I can get the mast down, because that $3,000 bill is just sitting up there and waiting to get down. Hopefully it includes a professional setup when it goes back up, and that's why it's so expensive. But yeah, just waiting on that to get the crane. I'm saving otherwise, but if the patrons help out, then we can get it done. Yeah, so next time I'd be going for the AC panel and cutting out more of this integral freshwater tank. I know integral freshwater tanks are pretty great, but there's like lumps of bacteria in there that are like, it's like polka dotted in there, and it was underwater at that point, so I guess, like, I don't know. There's all sorts of weird crap going on in there, and I just want it out. And yeah, and to put in the new bulkheads that run along the V-berth to strengthen it up. Once the mast is off, then I'll be comfortable taking off a lot of the deck hardware and planning for the big fiberglass event, tarping the whole boat. And I've decided that I also want to sand the deck down, so to repaint and repair the deck while I'm doing all that. It only makes sense. I'm gonna have to do that in places anyway when I take out the chain plates, so that's how that's gonna go. So yeah, check out the Patreon. You get episodes a month in advance a lot of the time, and exclusive information about live meetups and documents like spreadsheets and stuff, how I'm doing all this. So check that out if you like. If not, then keep enjoying watching me cut up this boat, and yeah, hopefully we can get back on the water this summer. Summer seems so far away, but I know it's so close. Jeez. Right, thanks for watching. See you next time. Just in time to see a little bit of snow. Interesting. This is the best part of leaving. This is a 10-foot ladder. And it compresses itself. Amazing. Cool.